Okay, we're going to try this again. Sometimes I find if you can't hear me, if something's going on with the screen, that if I pop back off and back on, then things clear a little bit. It's kind of like when you're trying to figure out anything in your house. If you power down for a few moments, then power it back on, then things start to clear itself. So I'm hoping that's okay. And again, as you guys are popping back on, if you can let me know as well. Thank you, Linda. Good, so it's good here. All right, so I'm going to keep rolling along here because it's good here as well. And if I have to do any, there will be the recording on Facebook too, so everybody will be able to come back. Good, thank you, Francine. Thanks for the heads up on that, so I was able to go in and out and fix that. So for today, we're going to again review just a little tiny bit of questions around the posture challenge. We're going to do the draw. I'm going to fill you in very quickly on what happens tomorrow. So again, a great big congratulations. The participation in the challenge, letting me know that you've been doing it every day, has just been over the top. So keeping track of it all has been a very, I've just been flying all over the place, and it's just been amazing. So as we head into information today around posture, I just want to mention a couple of things. So one is that when we're thinking about our posture, going through our checklist, I just want to remind everybody that feeling of sitting up straight or standing straight is really think about that as a feeling of a string pulling out through the top of your head. So in the boxes, I'll say, start from the floor, feel yourself equal through both legs, whether you're seated, right? So both feet are on the floor, my sitting bones are on the chair. If I'm standing, it is through my legs. So you have that sense of groundedness so that you're not feeling like you have to hold yourself up with your shoulders. So that's actually really good for those of you that have neck or shoulder discomfort, that if we can feel our legs and be more connected to the floor. I know it sounds crazy, but there's a less tendency for us to hold ourselves up, and we can actually feel more relaxation through the neck and the shoulders. Welcome, Diane. So when we then come up from the legs, we feel this openness, the other concept of opening up through the heart and the chest. So really counteracting that feeling of being closed in and down. So the shoulders roll in and down. I use the word slouch sometimes. We end up slouching down. The back ends up rounded in through here. And even really in terms of our mood, our energy, and I mentioned in terms of our digestion and our breathing, when we are closed in the rib cage, you can even feel that if you sit and slouch a little bit. There is less space. So less space for everything. Our stomach, our liver, our organs, everything as we slouch down. Our diaphragm doesn't even get that space to be able to descend down and come up. So that feeling here and in the tightness that happens. And so simply feel those sitting bones or feel your feet on the floor, and like you are moving from down and in, think about up and out. Whether you're standing or seated, that opposite of down and in, and up and out. It opens the chest, it actually draws, we can feel like we can breathe more deeply. And if we're breathing more deeply, and we're sitting taller and have, again, everything lined up in our spine, our channels, everything, then we're going to have a little bit more energy as well. So it starts to feel right, and it starts to make sense in our body. So have fun with that. Let me know as you, again, move through the day, and definitely when you have checked one box, in at least one line in each box, send me that note, and so your name will go into the draw. So the draw for tomorrow, then, yay, welcome back, Carol. The draw tomorrow I am doing in the first master class, which is a live, it's like a live presentation. It's about 45 minutes to an hour. Tomorrow the first one is at noon, so I know that's not an ideal time for a lot of you, but that will be recorded. The Saturday morning one at 10 a.m. and then Sunday at 7. They are the same 3 presentations. I'm presenting them live each time. And when I send the information out around, hi Isabel, around the presentations, it will explain. Just download Zoom. It's like Skype. As I mentioned yesterday, you see me. You see my presentation. Actually, nobody sees anybody, but you can type in any questions that you might have. And so I'll do the draw at the end of that presentation tomorrow. And the prize for Friday, your challenge for Friday, is to do the masterclass, not necessarily be there, certainly not to be there live tomorrow, because I know that's difficult. But even if you aren't able to attend the masterclass live Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, even if you send me a note that says, watch the masterclass, your name will go into a draw. And I'll do that draw on Monday, okay, after all 3 masterclasses have gone. And so that will be our final draw. So the draw or the master class is bringing everything that we've done this week together, very much from a habit and routine perspective. And there has been a lot of research in the last couple of years, in particular around the concept of what is the time cue or the location cue or the craving cue for our habit or our routine. So when we're looking at water, when we're looking at exercise, meditation, what are our cues? What is the routine that we associate with everything? And even from our posture, are we looking at something and it reminds us? So every single habit that we did this week can be put into place for longer than this week. And it's not just about remembering, and it's definitely not about willpower. It's about having things stacked together and having or recognizing, what is that cue? Oh yes, your brain says, oh, now when I have that cue, now I'm going to do that routine. So, and that's again any of the habits that we did this week. And then what is your reward? Your reward can be intrinsically, it feels good, you have more energy, you're sleeping better. And absolutely, when you're starting to put a routine in place, especially ones that are a little bit harder, then your reward could be extrinsic, that you do exercise for a certain amount of time, and then you give yourself a little bonus reward of anything you might want. And that works well too. So I think it's nice to balance the two. So in the master class, I talk about what is that, so why are some of the habits more difficult than others? So some might take the 21 days to be able to establish and have that as an ongoing habit. And some of the habits though, and I'm going to put exercise in there, daily exercise is a harder habit to put into place for sure. So the cue, the routine, and the reward, you have to work around that a little bit more, and the time frame is a little bit longer. So the research is saying now heading towards that 66-day mark. And when I'm doing, and the coaching program that I'm doing that starts on February 3rd, it is 40 days to Fit, Fearless, and Fabulous, combining all of these habits and routines and lots more as well. I really coach you through that concept of, okay, so what are the habits and routines that you want in place, and how are we going to work on that over the 40 days and beyond? Now, for those of you that there's enough going on right now and you're just coming into that masterclass to say, okay, I just really want to know, how am I going to stick with my exercise? How am I going to stick with my water? I give you a plan for doing that right in the class. the option of continuing on with me after, from let's say a small coaching perspective, is that I am just with you every day. Online, I'm with you every day for those 40 days. For those of you that want that support, want the support of a group and myself to carry through. So the first part of that masterclass is wrapping up this week for sure, and then it's only about the last little bit of the class that I let you know about what's coming forward. So again, I'll send those links out. You can watch the recording. I'd love you to attend because it's much more fun to present if I'm presenting to somebody there as opposed to chatting to myself, but I'm good doing either way. So feel free, email me. You can put any questions below on that as well, but I'll be sending a little bit more information. So you've got those habits and routines now that are stacking up together, and you've been combining your water and your exercise. You've been combining your water and squats, your water and standing on one leg. I've been hearing back from people about that as well. So fantastic stuff. So on that note, we are jumping into the draw. So I really should have a drum for this. Just seems like it needs something else. But imagine that I'm doing a drum roll. You can do a drum roll as well. Seeing who else has jumped. Kelly. Yeah, I think I said Kelly. Yes, and Lee's back on, and Isabel. Right. On, everybody. Okay, I'm not looking. So this draw that I'm making right now is for the water challenge from yesterday. Okay. Make sure everything's turned over. Okay, so this is the winner for the water challenge, and it is Janine Gramont. So Janine, and I was just chatting with Janine, that's why I'm laughing. So we were just chatting a few minutes ago. So congratulations, Janine. You win today a mini AccuBall, which is fantastic for releasing tension around. I love it around the feet, the hands, the shoulders. It can be warmed up. Janine, you and I will chat about this a little bit more when I give you your prize. So congratulations. Thanks again, everybody, for dropping in today. And I will be posting tomorrow on the Facebook page, again, sending you a little bit more information. Thanks for all your participation. Good luck with the rest of your posture challenge today. Don't forget to send me that did it, and I'll make sure. Got 2 more draws coming your way for tomorrow and then on Monday. So have a fantastic evening. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody. Thank you so much for popping in. Bye for now.